Hello friends, how is everyone today? We have Jerry here and the Hook Nook and Jane. Hi everybody, Sanvi's the first one. Hello friends, how is everyone? We are starting out today with the sad news of the traveling project that got all messed up. But honestly, since I have switched over to circular, where are my other pair of circulars? Where are you, knitting needles? Since I switched over to circular knitting needles, I cannot stand to knit with straight needles, so I'm actually gonna redo this project anyways, with my circular needles. And I think I've decided that for scarves, now that I'm learning more about knitting, I think I like the garter stitch more than the stockinette stitch. Okay, so like for my crochet friends in the house, when you're knitting, if you've heard people say knit and purl, so okay, this is your knit side of your project. That's what knitting looks like, the little V's. This is your purl side of the project, or the wrong side of the project, where you have like the little purls, the little bumps, they call those purls. So whenever you want to have this kind of a look and you're doing like a flat knitting project, you have to knit one direction, and then when you turn around, you purl the other direction. So the knit and then purl, knit and then purl. And when you don't do that, when you just do knit both ways or purl both ways, it gives you what's called the garter stitch. So that was called the stockinette stitch. This is called the garter stitch, and I have stuff stuck to it. And I don't know, to me this just looks better for a scarf because like it's like stretchier and there's not like a right or wrong side. So like if I had on my stockinette stitch scarf, when it flips around, half of it would look wrong. Does that make any sense? If this was like a hat or a sweater, I would love the knit stitch, but I'm gonna redo this. This is just something for myself because I love these colors of this yarn, and I love these wooden knitting needles, but I just, now that I've switched to circular needles, I just don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to go back to straight knitting needles. Okay, wait, where is the yarn that I'm using? Here it is. All right, we're gonna wind it up. You love the gingerbread house that Tilly made? Wait, oh, that I made for Tilly. Thank you. Sorry, it took me a second to figure out. I've done so many gingerbread projects in the last like while. Y'all, so many gingerbread projects. How is everybody? Hi, Boppy. Boppy, you were one of our sunflowers this week for our Sunflower Sunday, but I don't know if you saw because YouTube wouldn't let me tag you. I'm not sure why. So thank you for being so active in our community. Every Sunday we do a shout out called Sunflower Sundays. And basically YouTube tells me like who are the people on my channel who have been the most active each week. And so then I shout you guys out every Sunday. You are back. Yay, Danielle, welcome back. I don't know what I want to do. I want to make something knit with this yarn. Maybe I should make a hat. I just don't wear that many bright colors in the winter. I say as I'm wearing a big colorful sweater. Oh man, let's see. Can you make your cat? Can I make a cat stitch blanket? Wait, what's a cat stitch blanket? I don't know what that is. Ooh, I figured out how to do, what's it called? Wolf's tooth crochet? That's really cool. Okay, frogging knitting is actually kind of satisfying. It's kind of sad. I haven't watched The Last Eras for last night. You guys, I'm having like such FOMO that I didn't go to Eras. Did you guys go to Eras at all? It was just like so expensive to buy resale, and I didn't get the lottery. I rock the ponytail. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Any inspiring words for someone who's just starting off crocheting? Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. The Smith family, you're gonna have just so much fun. I'm so excited for you and like the journey that you are about to embark on. I don't know, I'm just very excited for you. I don't know if that's like inspiring words or not, but like you are about to just step into this whole world of like being able to create things, and it's just like such a magical thing. This is the Dollar Tree sweater. It's been cold enough finally to break it back out. Finally. Where's Josh? He is with Tilly in his office, and they are editing his next YouTube video. Yay, you made it in time, Hollyana fan. You're not late, you're right on time. We've literally been going for like just a minute. Yeah, this is the Dollar Tree sweater, yeah. I hadn't worn it in a while. In the past week, I think I've worn it like 3 times. Thank you so much. That makes me feel confident. Yes, you're totally gonna be able to make stuff. Oh, have fun with it. Play around. Not everything's gonna come easy, and like that's okay. Like knitting for me, this was my 3rd time learning how to knit. I'm also gonna be going really slow today because I kind of have overdone it the past week. So I actually haven't crocheted or knit in like 3 or 4 days, which is a long time for me because I was working on Christmas presents and I really overdid it. So you made a snowflake tote bag? That's so cool. I was gonna make a fall bucket list and then fall came and went, and sadly I did not make a fall bucket list. The time goes so fast, y'all. I'm thinking like a narrowish scarf for myself, maybe. That's like long and flowy. Or should I make a hat? What should I do? The yarn is so pretty, right? I don't have the tag anymore, but I believe this is recycled acrylic yarn. It's made out of old plastic. Well, you should crochet for your sister. Oh my gosh. Well, I do have a whole video that's 101 gift ideas, but off the top of my head, is she a reader? Because I feel like people love like the little like Kindle covers or like book covers and stuff like that. What else? The little lip gloss holders are really cute. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Celia. That's so cool. Jerry, you made an elephant for an order this week. And her accent color was teal. I love that. I love teal. I really do. Green is still my favorite. So this color is like my OG original favorite color. Actually, purple was my favorite color when I was a kid. But it's so funny because these are still my top like 3 favorite colors. But yeah, purple was always my favorite color until, I don't know, maybe like high school. And then this color became like my favorite color, teal, turquoise, light blue, aqua. And then just like what, maybe 3 years ago, my favorite color turned into kind of like this color green, my baby Yoda green as I call it. And now I just love all colors of green. I don't know what I want to make. I want to knit something with this. I can make myself a stocking. I haven't done that. I've been knitting all my friends' stockings. I got to give like 3 or 4 of them their stockings last night, and it was so much fun. And that's actually in today's vlog. So today's video, y'all, is me vlogging my attempt to have a thrifty Christmas. In other words, trying to save money this Christmas. I am trying to make more of my presents. I am trying to thrift more of my presents, trying to do like fun Christmas activities and stuff and spend money on like experiences rather than like stuff. I'm trying to not like over consume this Christmas. So yeah, it's just a silly little fun video where I do a bunch of crafting and I craft with my mom, and my friends and I go to this like Grinch themed bar. It was actually just last night. You know me, I'm always cutting my videos to the last second. The Woobles video probably won't be until January, I don't think. I think the videos for the rest of the year. Next week's video is everything you need to know to prepare for having your 2025 temperature blanket. Even though mine's still not done, I'm going to share every single thing that I learned about doing the temperature blanket with you guys and how to like prepare for the temperature blanket. The next week will be Tilly's Christmas vlog on the 23rd, and then the next week, I think the last week of the year, I'm going to do a video of my predictions for crochet trends in 2025. I'm very excited. I know, and I'll be working on the 2022 temperature blanket during the temperature blanket vlog, don't worry. Popular, you gotta be popular. Today's video is a vlog of me attempting to have a thrifty Christmas. Trying to save some money this Christmas and just to not overconsume. I talk about this a lot in the vlog, but I just like, this is absolutely my favorite time of year. And I think the only thing I don't like about it is like the fact that I feel like I just need to like buy all kinds of stuff that I don't need, like decorations and more sweaters and all this stuff. And also just like getting people gifts that they don't even really need. And so I'm trying to be like, you know, just more mindful with all of that. And so this week is just a vlog of me making some Christmas crafts and upcycling things. Like I show you how I make wrapping paper out of old like shipping box paper. I've been doing that for years. And we make like gingerbread houses out of old cardboard. We make salt dough ornaments, which is super cheap and really, really fun to do with loved ones. Yeah, it's just a cute little Christmas vlog. Have a watch Hamilton. Yes. I think I bought the penguin for the Wooble. I can't remember. So I bought 3 different crochet kits. One was $10, one was $1.25, and one was the Woobles, which is $30. And I want to do a comparison video for all 3 of them. The reason too I'm putting it off until probably January is because I'm trying to go easy on my arm. My nerve damage has been like really hurting again, which is why you'll probably see me knitting a lot more rather than crocheting in the upcoming time. I started the temperature blanket January 16th of 2022. You've been watching my videos for so long. You've been a subscriber since my sea monkey videos. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I miss our sea monkeys. I really do. We travel too much now to have sea monkeys, sadly. Even with how often do you have to feed them? Is it like was it once a week? I can't remember how often we even had to feed them, but they lived for a while. I think they lived for about a year, and I think on average the colonies live between like 6 months to 5 years or something like that. So yeah. Hi Lillian! Will we see Tilly in this video? Yes, you will. Not as much as normal, but she has a really cute few cameos. In the beginning of the video, she's sitting in my lap. It's so funny. If I like sit down on the couch to film in my living room where we have like the wallpaper, I'm trying to say the mushroom wallpaper, she will just come and like get in my lap and just chill with me while I film. It's so cute. And then so I've already started filming Tilly's Christmas vlog. I'm just like filming little things that I'm doing with her throughout the season. So I show a little clip that's going to be in her Christmas vlog in this video. Maybe I can do, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this wide enough that it could be a hat or a scarf. And then when I get to the length that would need to be for a hat, I can decide if I want it to be a hat or a scarf. Does that make any sense? I think I'm gonna need the entire tail that I saved for the cast on. How do you become a moderator? We're not adding any new mods right now, but for moderators, you have to be over 18 and you have to have been coming to our live streams for at least 6 months. And a huge shout out to our moderator, May, who has been my moderator since 2020, probably May. It's been like, you started on TikTok, right? Of course I've seen Wicked and I might be going again tomorrow. I'm so excited. Literally so excited. I think I should do a scarf. Yeah, these like thick scarves are like really in right now, and I don't really have like a flat scarf. I only have infinity scarves since the TikTok lives. Yeah, back during quarantine, I was they called it like a TikTok live partner, where like we had to go live every day for like an hour, and it was so much fun. Like I loved being a part of that program. And yeah, it's where I met a lot of you guys, including May. I know this color is so pretty, right? All right. This could be folded over to be a hat, maybe. Oh man, this might be too wide of a scarf. I really struggle to know with knitting, since I'm so new, if it's gonna end up being like this wide or like scrunched in this wide. I think I'm gonna take off a few stitches. So I don't think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be wider than I think it's gonna be. I am a Christmas decor girly. I actually haven't, this is so embarrassing to admit, I actually haven't decorated my house this year. I spent the last like 3 weeks at my parents' house, and or 3 weeks out of the last like few weeks at my parents' house, and we decorated their house and stuff, and yeah, we haven't decorated our house yet, and I just like, I don't know if we're going to this year, because we have still been doing like remodeling and stuff. We're still not done with our wallpaper in our bedroom. We still have like boxes in our kitchen, and I'm like, am I going to decorate when I know I'm gonna be gone for like half the holidays anyway, and our living room is like full of boxes? I've put out small decor. I have small decor out. I have like out my Christmas blankets and some pillows and like this little like Santa hanging thing. So I do have some decor, but I'm not sure, since we're doing a tree at like my family's house and at Josh's family's house, I don't know if we're gonna do a tree at our house this year. You guys just decorated yesterday. Yeah, I normally decorate so early. I normally am like a November 1st decoration girly. And my mom and I decorated their house before Thanksgiving. Best way to make crochet gloves, in my opinion, is the granny square method. You basically just make 4 granny squares and make sure that they're granny squares that basically fit over your palm, like here, and well, palm and back of your hand. And you sew up the side, completely, and then you sew up this side and leave like a little thumb hole, and then you do like a brim at the top and a brim at the bottom. So cute and so easy. You finally got your tree up. That's awesome. We always get a real tree at my parents' house, so even though we decorated, we haven't put the tree up because the tree starts to like fall apart, you know, before Christmas. So we will put it up next week, I guess. I prefer crocheting as a whole. Knitting just is a lot less arm movement, and my arms hurt from like nerve damage a lot. So especially days like today, like this past week, I crocheted too much, and so I'm just going really slow today, and so I'm only knitting today. Would it be quicker to crochet a scarf or knit a scarf? Generally speaking, people say that crochet is a lot faster, especially because you can do bigger stitches. Like you can do like double crochet or half double crochet. And as far as I know, that's not really like a thing in knitting, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still pretty new to knitting. And yeah, so I think part of it though would just depend on how fast you are. Like I'm obviously way faster at crocheting because I've been crocheting for like 20 something years, and I've only been knitting for what, 6 months? How did I get popular? You guys. I have no idea. We just found a community, and we just hang out, and it's super fun. How do you pronounce my name? Holly Auna. Holly like holly trees and holly berries, and Auna like Anna from Frozen. Oh, that's true. Drinking the water from the tree. I'm gonna have to think about that with Tilly, because Tilly's never been around a real Christmas tree. Your tree lights broke. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't get pre-lit trees anymore. So our trees in our house are always fake, and we used to get pre-lit trees, and I swear I like replaced, you know, the bulbs or the tree or the lights like every like year. And so last year I found a 6-foot tall tree that did not have pre-lit lights, but it did have pine cones on it, which I think it was really cute, and it was only $35, which I thought was a steal because in the past I paid like $100 for a fake tree, which is just crazy. So anyways, yeah, I might end up setting up just our tree. I think Josh and I always do like our Christmas, where it's just like the 2 of us, and we like order food and watch Christmas movies and exchange gifts and have cocoa, you know. I think we're doing our Christmas this Friday, so I'll probably put out like some light decorations, whether it's just like, you know, some lights or maybe our tree just a little bit, but I'm probably not going to get out like everything this year. Your cats climb your Christmas tree. So when we got Tilly last winter, we still had up our Christmas tree even though it was after Christmas, because I didn't take it down until April. So she lived in the house for a few months with the Christmas tree, and she never touched it. So like, I hope it's like that with the real tree, but we'll see. Congrats, Larissa, congrats. It should be Monday knit now. I know that just doesn't have as good of a ring to it. Monday crochet just is like, you know, it's a vibe. Shout out to Planet Earth, Chunky Monkey. I can't believe we started Shout Out to Planet Earth like over 2 years ago. How cold is it where I live? It's been cold. Well, the past 2 days it's been in the 50s, which has been nice, Fahrenheit. What is that, like 10 degrees Celsius maybe? I'm bad at the conversion, so sorry if that was really wrong. But a few days ago it was 17 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like in the negatives Celsius. My hair hasn't really grown. You ask how long is my hair now? It's like really hasn't grown at all. And I haven't even been trimming it as much as I need to be. I need to cut like a few inches off. Josh's sister does hair. I used to do hair, and so I might see if she'll cut it for me whenever we see them for the holidays, because I really kind of want to get like some face framing pieces. So maybe I'll have her trim my face framing pieces. It's over 3 feet for sure. Probably still like 3.5. You made a blanket fort and it's fun. Nice. I'm glad you got to catch it live too. Welcome. You're making mini stocking ornaments. I love that. Oh, the little letter on each of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I gave my friends their stockings last night. This is all in this vlog that's coming out today. And I had tried over the last few weeks with the friends that I've already given their stockings. I had tried to put their initials on it in a way that looked good. Y'all, everything looked so bad. One of my friends, I even like wrote her full name across the top of the stocking. It just like looked so bad because I'm using kind of like fluffy yarn. It's hard to like embroider on. So I had these like little sparkly poof balls. They're like these little, I don't know, little like pom-pom looking things. And I hot glued them to the front of the stockings in the shape of their initials. And it's chef's kiss. It's perfect. It's great. Why is there a giraffe in the back? That is Sunny. Sunny is the mascot of the Sunflower family. They're amazing. We love Sunny. And we got them whenever we hit 100,000 here on YouTube. We said I was going to try to go meet a real giraffe once I hit 1 million, so I need to do that. I need to do that. Grace Abrams announced what? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I might try to go to that. I really don't go to many concerts. I did make my sweater. Yeah, that video is on my page. It's knitting an outfit out of Dollar Tree yarn. Is this video. I did not hand knit this. I made it on a machine. I machine knit it. Like, you still have to do everything, but you know, the machine does the knitting part of it. It's my goal to be that good at knitting. One day. I love the knitting machine. I'm so excited to break it back out now that it's getting cold and time for sweaters again. I got my knitting machine when I started really dealing with my nerve damage, and it was just a really good way for me to, you know, to make things whenever I couldn't do it the way that I used to. Yeah, I love my knitting machine. What days do I go live and what time? We go live every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time for about an hour, and then after that is our new video of the week, and we watch it together in the video premiere, and there's like a chat that's like live while we watch the video. It's super fun. I usually try to go live at least one other time during the week, but that's always random, so turn on notifications to get notified for that live. How tall am I in feet? I think I'm like 5'8" tall. 5'8". Some people say I'm 5'9". I don't know. You love my sweater? Thanks, I made it myself. You have a lot of giraffes in Nebraska? No, I did not know that about Nebraska. Yeah, that'd be about the right size for a hat. Like the way I measure, so chaotic. What am I making? I don't know. Maybe a scarf. Maybe a scarf. I'm just going really slow because my arm's not feeling the best. You wish you could have gone to the Eras tour. Yeah, tickets are never cheap. Hi, Anna. Literally, May, same. Like, we were watching, I wish I would have gone to Miami. Like, it would have been cheaper to go to Miami, get a hotel room, and get Eras tickets than it would have been to go to Indianapolis. So, because Nashville is like way closer to Indianapolis, obviously. And so me and a couple of my friends were like watching the ticket prices, and we were like, if it gets to X, you know, dollar amount, we'll go. And it never got anywhere close. The cheapest I think Indy tickets were was like $1,600, I think, the couple days before, because Miami, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Miami tickets dropped down to $300 the day before. So I really wish I would have just gone to Miami and gotten the tickets. But I was really hoping that Indianapolis was going to drop down. You can feed the giraffes. That's awesome. You love the colors. Thanks. Thanks. That'd be really cute to make a blanket fort with Tilly. She'd probably love that. I actually kind of turned her cat tree into a blanket fort. I put this like blanket over top part of it, and it like droops down right now over top of one of her little caves that she goes into, and she loves it. Autumn, it's good to see you again, of course. You're making a temperature blanket. Any advice? Oh goodness. So next week's video is actually going to be about starting a temperature blanket and how to start a temperature blanket and all of these things. Man, my biggest advice, and this is something I did terribly, is not to get behind. Because like when you get behind, you are way more likely to crochet way too much at once to try to catch up and injure your arm the way that I did. Like my nerve damage is not just because of the temperature blanket, it's also the 18-pound sweater. It's also trying to make everyone's Christmas gifts that year. But it's been 2 years and like right now I still feel it. So like definitely take it seriously. Another thing I would recommend is doing a swatch, which I did not do. Do a swatch and figure out how big it's going to be, because I have a lot of people tell me that they made theirs like shorter, which I think I could have made mine about 20 rows shorter, or 20, sorry, stitches shorter, and it would have been perfect because mine's definitely too wide. But a lot of people tell me they made theirs too short and then it ends up being too long. So one of you was actually telling me that you turned your temperature blanket into your Christmas tree skirt, and I think that is seriously so cool. I love that you did that. See if I have any tape with me. Okay, I don't have enough tape to do my full arm, but I can do one part of my arm right now. I need some tape. Everyone always asks me when I'm taping up. This is just what works like for me based on what my occupational therapist had me do. But it's this direction that helps the most usually. It's like, how is it instant relief? It's probably a little bit of a placebo effect, but it definitely works. Do I still go to Renaissance fairs? I do, yeah. It's been since, when did we go last? September, I think, was our last Renaissance fair of the year. The two we pretty much always go to, and I say that just like the last few years, but that's our goal for the future, to keep going to them, are Michigan and Tennessee. Tennessee, obviously, like we live in Tennessee, it's only like an hour outside of Nashville, and we get an annual pass to go there, and we try to go like every weekend. And Michigan, we just have a group of friends in Michigan, and so we go to Michigan Renaissance fair whenever we can. We are like 30 rows away maybe from finishing our temperature blanket, maybe a little bit more. We're gonna be working on it in next week's video and talking all about everything you need to know before starting your temperature blanket. How does the tape help? The way that my occupational therapist described it for my particular nerve damage, because I do not have carpal tunnel, it's damage in nerves over here. For me, so that don't just like apply this to yourself. This is just like what, you know, she told me. Basically, it pulls the pressure off of the nerve that's kind of like collapsed on itself. And when it like pulls the pressure up, like lifting my skin up, it lets the blood flow through better. So that's why like I use a heating pad a lot on my arm too. And yeah. Yes, this week's video, May, is about DIY decor and gifts and just like trying to save money this holiday season. Because I talked about this a little earlier and I talk about it a lot in the video, but I don't know, every Christmas I just very much overconsume. Like I buy new decor. I didn't buy new decor really last year either. I don't know if you guys saw my realistic decorating for Christmas vlog where we went through and we did like trash donation and keep last year and just like decorated for Christmas. And I think the only new thing I bought last year was our tree, because I said this in the video too, mice had gotten into our old tree and basically used our tree box as like a litter box. So our old tree was not usable anymore. So last year we did get a new tree. Anyways, so yeah, this year again I'm trying to not buy any new Christmas anything really. I can thrift things and I can DIY things, and there are some gifts that I'm buying still, and we're still spending money on travel, but I want to spend more money on things like traveling to see friends and family, and like experiences with friends and family, and like making memories and stuff like that, rather than just buying more like stuff that I don't need, you know? You have the same giraffe. What's your giraffe's name? Our giraffe's name is Sunny. Did that happen to your tree last year? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That stinks. Todd, I love that. Good name. Yeah, you guys named Sunny. We got Sunny whenever we hit 100,000 on YouTube. And yeah. But what are you guys currently working on? If you are crocheting and if you are knitting or if you are painting. Speaking of painting, y'all. So one of my friends just got, I'm sorry, I was saying, tell me what you are currently working on if you are working on a project. One of my friends just got a paint by numbers and she's loving it. And I was telling her that I really want to get a custom paint by numbers of Tilly. Like, how fun would that be? And she has a cat too named Ted, and so she was saying she'll also get one of Ted and then we can like paint together. I'm like, that would be seriously so much fun. So much fun. Leggy frogs for Christmas gifts. Amazing. You're doing stitches. Cool. Working on a blanket, a crochet sweater, a crochet octopus. My goal for like maybe February truly is like going to be my first hand knit sweater. I really want to knit a sweater. I've been watching so many videos and I like trying to learn how to do it, but I just like, I know I don't have time right now. I'm like, man, I need to do it because it's gonna take me probably like a month or two to do. I feel like maybe I should just, what do people say, like start now and then it's ready for next winter. Hi Dominique, how are you? You're making a meal plan for your family for the week. I love that. Oh, I need to get so much better at meal planning and prepping next year. We're not very good at it. Half double crochet cardigan with sunflower pockets. I love that. You're halfway through the squares. Wait, hold on. You're halfway through the squares. Half double crochet. You need 51. Oh my gosh, that's so many. I'm so sorry. Do I crochet or knit stitch? This is knitting. I usually am crocheting, but I prefer, I love both. I prefer crocheting, but knitting doesn't hurt my arm as bad. You're doing the Woobles for the Dino birthday edition. Is the birthday edition the one where it's like all the colorful yarn? I really love their like really colorful yarn. Good luck with your orchestra concert. That's so fun. What instrument do you play? Wait, I think you're leaving, but if anybody else plays an instrument, let me know what instruments you play. Oh wait, that's so cute. You're crocheting bows for your Christmas gifts out of ribbon. Oh my gosh. I need to see how that looks. That's amazing. I do honestly like, I like how knitting feels better than I like how crochet feels. I think even if I didn't have nerve damage, I would actually prefer how knitting feels. It's just so much less movement. It's just a lot easier. I always thought that knitting was like a lot harder than crochet, but I actually think it's a lot easier than crochet, like the actual movements. But we've talked about this a lot. It's like, I do think that crochet is more beginner friendly. Like, I think it's easier to start with crochet, but once you know how to crochet, I think that knitting is like technically an easier movement. What's my favorite animal other than cats? Giraffes. I always joke that giraffes are my favorite mystical animal and mythical animal, even though I know that they're real. I know giraffes are real animals, but they're just like so majestic, you know? And then that horses are my favorite like real animal. Once again, I know that giraffes are real. You play violin? That's awesome. Josh has started playing the violin. He got one this past year. I hope that he starts playing again more. I love the violin. I should go live on Wednesdays and call it Work in Progress Wednesday, Whip Wednesday. That's adorable. I love that. That's what this one was supposed to be. And now I feel like I start new projects like every week. I need to do temperature blanket Thursdays or something like that where we only work on our temperature blankets on Thursday. I did not get the Taylor Swift book. I do want to get the anthology record though. I want to get both of them, but I think most of my favorite songs are in the anthology. Oh my gosh, one of my best friends texted me last night and she was watching the Last Eras tour and she's like, I'm thinking of you, because I guess her surprise songs, two of them were like two of my favorites. It was New Year's Day, which is my absolute favorite, and then The Manuscript, which is probably my second favorite Taylor song. It's in my top 5 at least. Temperature Blanket Tuesday. Hey, that sounds good. Craft Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing just our regular like schedule for now, but we've definitely thought about switching it up a little bit, maybe adding another live or doing, you know, videos trying on a different day or something. But I think for this foreseeable future, we're gonna keep just doing Monday crochet, which obviously is just, you know, crafting in some sort of way, and then the new video afterwards, at least through our like 1 year point, which will be the end of January. A granny square blanket. I've not yet attempted a granny square blanket. Crocheting a mesh cover up top. I love crocheting mesh. It's like, it is a lot more hand movements, I feel like, weirdly, but I love it. It flows so fast. I talk about mesh so much, I feel like, in my 101 crochet gift ideas video, because it just saves you so much time when you're crocheting something in mesh rather than crocheting like single crochet. You're making an apron? That's cool. My favorite yarn brand, I feel like I have consistently liked the most different things. Like if I'm looking at like a brand as a whole, not just one type of yarn, we'll get to that in a second. I do have a different favorite yarn. But if I'm looking at like a brand as a whole, I feel like Lion Brand has been my favorite because they have like the Woolies by Lion Brand. They have Hometown, which is actually I have them in front of me. I can show you. This is Woolies. It's wool. It's actually not that much wool. It's only 20% wool, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't really know what the combination usually is. Hometown is their thick acrylic yarn. I love Hometown. They have Mandala Ombre, which is like a thinner one that I made. Okay, my knit and combined, my crochet and knit combined sweater that I made earlier in the year, that was made with Mandala Ombre and actually with the Hometown. So I feel like Lion Brand has had the most of my favorite yarn, if that makes any sense. But my favorite yarn ever, which I don't have the yarn up here with me, but I have the label, is Big Twist Hush. Hush by Big Twist, specifically. The rest of Big Twist, I'm kind of neutral towards, but Hush by Big Twist is what I've been making most of my stockings for my friends out of, and oh, I love it so much. Like if I could only use like one yarn forever, it would be Hush. It does split a little bit, I will say that, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, it's so soft. I love it. The difference between crochet and knitting, there's a lot of differences. Like I know you're still technically like making fabric out of yarn, but one big difference is 2 needles. So see, they have points on the end, there's no curve. And then with crochet, you have 1 hook. So see how it's like a hook? So when you're crocheting, I don't have any small yarn up here with me to show you. When you're crocheting, sorry, I'm trying to find the end of this piece of yarn. Where are you, yarn? I don't have the right size needle and hook. Sorry, not needle, sorry, yarn and hook, but when you're crocheting, this is just an easy thing to show you guys. So at any time, you can take your crochet hook off of your project, right? And I could go use this for something else. When you're knitting, you can't do that. Your project stays on the hooks at all times. And so you can only use like, you know, 1 set of needles at a time. Exactly. Knitting is giving granny and rocking chair, and I love it. Okay, how else do I explain the difference between these? Okay, this is something interesting. If you want to undo your crochet project, so let's say you mess up and you need to undo a little bit, you can actually just grab the tail and just boom, 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 and pull out a little bit at a time. If you wanted to undo a knitting project, and if you were here earlier, you actually saw me undo a knitting project, I would have to like take the needle off and then slowly, 1 by 1, pull out these loops and then put the needle back through the loops on the next row down if you had just like made a mistake on 1 row. So there's a lot of like little differences. One of the big differences is that Knitting can be done by a machine, and I can show you that right now. This is machine knit on my knitting machine. It's called a LK150 knitting machine by Silva Reed. I love it so much. I actually think that the knitting machine is like harder than knitting. It's just a lot faster, but it's like kind of difficult to use. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I do love my knitting machine so much. I made this earlier this year out of all yarn that I got at the Dollar Tree the year before that, and I had like saved all this Dollar Tree yarn, and I love this sweater so much. Crochet, on the other hand, cannot be done by a machine. So anytime you see something crochet, it's hand done. Yeah, there's a lot of little things, I guess, that are differences between crochet and knitting. Let's see, knitting seems so hard, but you love the texture. It's really not. It's really not that hard. Like, it's definitely hard to take out your project. Like I said, if you need to frog it, if frogging means like to like remove part of the project. But the actual stitches are so much easier than crochet. If you are someone who wants to learn how to knit and you crochet, look up Continental knitting and also get circular needles. So when you get straight needles like this, you are doing it like, it's just a lot more to like hold, and they're kind of like big and bulky. Whenever you have circular needles, it is so much easier to hold, right? Because you're only holding this tiny bit. And I think it's called English style knitting is whenever you don't, it's not continental, you don't hold your yarn. You put your needle through and then you like wrap it around. Have you seen people do this? And then you pull it back through and off. So through, wrap around. This is like how you would usually learn how to knit. This is how I learned how to knit in the beginning. And then everyone said if you are a crocheter learning to knit, learn how to do continental style. So continental style is where you hold your yarn like you do in crochet. So if you're like me, it's like around your pinky, under your middle two, over your pointer and pinch. So now I'm actually holding my working yarn. So rather than wrapping it around my needle every time, when I go through the yarn right here, I'm just grabbing it with my needle and then just pulling it off. So it goes a lot faster than like wrapping it around the needle every time. I know that I've heard some people talk about how they just don't like Continental because it's harder to keep your stitches even. Like I was watching a video by Jenna Phipps from like, this was multiple years ago, so I don't know what she does now, but she was saying that she doesn't like doing Continental because her stitches are like uneven. Mine are also uneven, but I don't care. I don't care. You're finishing your corner to corner blanket with my tutorial? I could cry. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for telling me that. Wait, whose birthday is it? I'm sorry, I missed whose birthday it is. Let me know whose birthday it is in the comments, and happy birthday. You mastered the garter stitch, but you suck at purling. That's relatable, I get that. I'm doing the garter stitch right now. So garter stitch is where you just do knit back and forth, or you can just do purl back and forth, fun fact. I actually love purling now that I'm doing continental. So like when I was doing English style knitting where you do like the wraparound every time, I hated to purl. So purling and knitting are the same exact thing, but from like the opposite direction, like the opposite side of your project. So it's like you're making the same stitch but in the other direction. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Rose, happy birthday! Can we get some birthday balloons in the chat for Rose's birthday? You just joined. What is happening? We're just talking about the difference between knitting and crochet. And I am knitting something with very pretty yarn. Maybe a scarf. Maybe a hat. We'll see what it is. I don't know yet. You play the violin? Cool. You want to crochet clothes and let's see. You're wondering what my favorite smaller, softer yarn is, 4.5 to 5.5 millimeter hook. Mandala ombre is my favorite, like soft, small yarn. It's like, I don't even think it's a worsted weight. I think it's a DK weight, which is like smaller than worsted. Don't quote me on that though, it might be worsted. So if you look up my video that's like, can I combine knitting with crochet? On the knitting machine, I use the Mandala ombre. It is so soft, it is thin, it's acrylic, but it's still like soft. I really, really love it. You were confused on the corner to corner blanket because you were using a different size hook and yarn. As long as your hook and yarn match pretty well, and like I said, I usually size up a couple hook sizes when I'm doing my corner to corner. Nothing should be confusing. Can you let me know what part you're confused about? What's my favorite animal to crochet? I really haven't crocheted that many animals. I haven't made that many plushies. I'm working on a plushie right now, though, not an animal, but I'm working on a plushie right now that you'll see where I'm currently at in the progress, because I haven't worked on it anymore since I filmed that part of the video. But for one of my friends for Christmas, I'm crocheting a little Elphaba from Wicked, which is so cute. She's turning out adorable. Her witch's hat is so cute. So that's been really fun to make. I could see myself making some more Elphabas because I have a lot of friends who like Wicked. I'm trying to think of any plushie that I've ever made like twice. I usually just like, because I usually freeform crochet, and so I don't do the same thing over and over again. I really liked crocheting my ghost plushie that I took to my friend who works at Snapchat. That was really fun. That was fun. I have made one bee. I was not the biggest fan of making my bee. Turned out cute though. Bert, if you know, you know. You found me with a temperature blanket video that fell off my channel. Unicorn Sparkle Art, thank you for telling me that. I'm sorry that the temperature blanket isn't done. It's very indicative of me. But hey, last night I did put away my clean laundry that's been sitting on my couch for 3 days, so. I still haven't finished hanging the wallpaper in my bedroom though. Everything in my life is like that, like the temperature blanket, where I start 20 new projects instead of finishing the other one. How many minutes till the live ends? 13. And after the live ends, we will be going to the video premiere if you would like to come. Today's video is about 21 minutes long, and it is a vlog of having a thrifty Christmas. I'm just trying to save money this year and not over consume this year. I usually buy way too much stuff at Christmas. I usually buy decor and ornaments and sweaters and so many little gifts for people that like they don't need. I don't need to buy. It's like I'm just buying stuff just to give stuff. So this year I am trying to make more gifts. I am trying to be more like mindful of not over consuming, and if I am spending money, I'm trying to spend money on like memories with like loved ones and stuff. So this is me just vlogging that process. In the video, I make wrapping paper for free. I make name tags for the out of recycled paper. This is really cool. So I took junk mail and blended it up and then made that into name tags for presents. But into the paper pulp, I actually put seeds that we harvested from zinnias from last year, or zinnias, people say it different ways. And so basically when people get their name tag in the spring, they can like the name tag will be on their presents, like Mom, Dad, Josh, you know. And when they have their name tag in the spring, they can plant it into the earth, and then flowers will grow where they planted their name tag, which I think is really cool. So the wrapping paper little tutorial is in my video that's coming out in like 10 minutes. And basically all I do for wrapping paper is I save my shipping paper. So anytime you get a box to your house, it usually like will have some form of like protectant inside your package. Maybe it'll be like packing peanuts or something is what it used to be, but nobody uses packing peanuts really anymore. But a lot of people use like that brown like shipping paper. And so for the last like 2 or 3 years, I have been using shipping paper to wrap my presents. And so this year I took my snowflake stamps and I stamped the shipping paper, and it looks so cute and rustic and fairy core, and I just like love the way that it turned out. So that's going to be in today's video. Your family doesn't want any crochet gifts. I'm sorry. I understand. Not everyone wants crochet gifts. I don't get it, but that's okay. We don't have to get it. Can I do the crochet Wooble advent calendar? I wanted to. That was my plan. Whenever I did the red heart one, my plan was to do the Woobles, but they were sold out. They were sold out, so I could not even buy it to review it. So next year I will look earlier. I was looking for it in like, I think early November, and they were sold out. I'm not going to do it now because it's like if they are restocked, just because it is so close to Christmas, but next year I will try to get it as early as possible. You do Thriftmas? That makes my heart so happy, Christy. I love calling it Thriftmas too. I did some Thriftmas vlogs last year. I do talk about thrifting in today's video. I wanted to like actually vlog thrifting, and then when I'm there and like digging for things, like I always forget to like actually film. But in today's video, I show you something that I thrifted for my parents last year that was just like the perfect find. It was like a secondhand store, and it was a Rumicube game, and Rumicube is like their favorite game ever, and it's this like vintage set, and it's so cute, and it's miniature and travel, so they can like take it with them when they travel. But my mom and I thrifted sweaters and sweatshirts. She wanted to thrift a sweatshirt. She found it for I think $4, and my sweater was $5. And I embroidered a gingerbread house on mine, and she painted a snowman on hers. It was really cute. They start selling that in September? All right, somebody remind me in September to get the Woobles advent calendar, and I will do the review in like October of next year. Oh my gosh, you're trying to crochet 15 ducks for your German class. I love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're crocheting a blanket out of old acrylic yarn. It's kind of rough. Is there a way to make it a soft? Yes, there is, but I haven't done it. Has anybody in the chat done the softener thing? From what I understand, you like, don't quote me on this, we need to do some research, but from what I've seen people say in like shorts is that they will wash their blanket once it's finished. So make your blanket first and you wash it with like just a fabric softener, and then I think you air dry it. Is that what people say that they do? There's some sort of like a fabric softening stuff that I think you can buy, isn't there? That you can like soak your yarn project in. Yeah, this yarn I'm using right now, I'm kind of like questioning if I actually want it to be a scarf. I don't know what else it's gonna be, but it's not the softest. Kind of, no, it's not too bad. This is, I don't even remember the brand name of this. I've had it for so long, but this is acrylic yarn, but it's made out of like recycled plastic, which is cool. When is the next memberships? We're done with the memberships for the year, which is crazy. So it'll be January 6th, I think will be our next live that has membership giveaways, I think. Maybe if I do like a New Year's Eve live or something, maybe we'll do membership giveaways then. But I don't know what we're doing yet for New Year's Eve. We did a New Year's Eve live last year because I was all by myself because I had COVID. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had COVID on my birthday too, because my birthday is January 3rd. You guys hung out with me on live then too. Yeah, leg warmers could be cute. No, this isn't Lion Brand Woolies. It looks like it. This is Lion Brand Woolies, right? Oops, about to drop my hook. This one is Lion Brand Woolies. This looks like it, but I know it's an acrylic yarn, and I know it's recycled, but I don't know what the name brand was. I got it at Michael's, and I normally shop for yarn at Joann's. I got it, I want to say in May, because I know I was like working on something with it before I went to VidCon, I think, which was in June. What yarn do I recommend for temperature blankets? Definitely like a worsted weight yarn or a DK, like something smaller, because a temperature blanket is a funny project where like using bigger yarn to get it done faster. I need to remember to put this in the video for next week. Using a bigger yarn does not help you get it done faster, because no matter what with your temperature blanket, it's going to be 365 rows. You know, like with a corner to corner blanket, I always say like size up on your hook, size up on your yarn, because you can get it done faster, because you're just trying to make your blanket 60 by 50 inches, I think, on average for a throw blanket. But your temperature blanket is going to be 365 rows, no matter what. So, yeah, I definitely recommend making a swatch to see how big your blanket's gonna be, like how. So if you get the yarn you think you want to use, if it's DK or if it's like a size 4, like a worsted weight yarn, basically you can do like 10 rows and measure, okay, this is how long 10 rows is going to be for me. And then you can multiply that out to figure out how many inches and feet is 365 rows going to be. And that's how you kind of figure out, like, and I'll demonstrate all of this in next week's video, but that's how you can figure out how far across it should be to make it the right size blanket that you want it to be. I didn't do this at all with my blanket, by the way. Hi LB Crafts, good to see you. But let's see. Lion Brand Twisted Tones, maybe. It really might be. I really didn't think this was Lion Brand, but maybe it is. Is that a recycled yarn? Because once again, I know that this was a recycled plastic yarn, but I really love it. Well, I sing you a Christmas song. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be right. I don't know what that next lyric is. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. It's so funny how you know these songs so well and yet you don't know the words at all. Do you know what I mean? Hang a shining star upon the highest bough and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Sweet, sour, or spicy? Oh, let your heart be light. That makes sense. Okay. Let your heart be light. Out of sweet, sour, or spicy, I would say sweet. Can't wait for my album. Thank you. I'm working on music again. I'm really excited about it. I have 6 songs written towards my album. I kind of want to have like all 10 of them done before I go into the studio. And like I think I'm gonna be recording it with a friend and making this whole like video project out of it too. It's gonna be so much fun. And I'll probably do like very DIY like music videos for it. It's gonna be fun. I Cannot Hit the Note for Its Time by Mariah Carey. I wish that I could. You watched me from 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, well, thanks for still watching. What's my favorite easy lunch? I've been very into turkey sandwiches lately. Literally just turkey, wheat bread, and mustard. That's been my lunch for the last few days. I should crochet the folklore cardigan, but make it evermore. I really love that idea. Leon, you'll have to remind me of that idea. I think I'll remember, but somebody remind me to try to crochet the folklore cardigan, but make it evermore. That would be a really, really fun video project. I really like that idea. Isn't the sweater knit though? Isn't it not crochet? Maybe that'll be my first knit sweater. Any tips for your market this Thursday? Oh my gosh, I've never done a market, but have fun. Oh, I love going to craft fairs. I love talking to people and meeting people and making friends. Like, I love talking to the artists about their art. Oh my goodness, I hope that you just seriously have the best time. There's a crochet pattern by Bev. You know I hate patterns. Hey, I would maybe make an exception for the for this cardigan, Taylor Swift cardigan. I can't do the Wicked Defying Gravity note either. I don't have a very big range, y'all. I can do my little like lilty falsetto things, but I can't belt high at all. This is my Dollar Tree sweater. Christy, thank you for the 2-minute warning. Okay, I was just knitting and talking and singing and not paying attention at all. So friends, in 1 minute now, we need to end in like 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna do this fast. Basically, if you are new here, what happens at the end of our live streams, whenever I hit end, it's gonna pop up with the thumbnail for today's video with a little button that says play now. So if you want to come and if you want to watch the new video with us, hang out in the chat during the premiere of the new video, just click the little button that says play now. and you can come watch it. It'll redirect you right over to the video. Redirected still within YouTube, of course, but okay, I hope you come and watch us try to have a thrifty Christmas. This video is just about me trying to consume less this year and try to make more of my decor and my presents, and I'm just so excited. I love this little vlog. It was filmed over like weeks, and I'm just really glad that it all finally like came together and I get to share it with you guys. Can I make Josh a burr basket? Oh my gosh, is that like a boo basket for winter? That's adorable. I'll look into that. Okay, all right. You guys are wonderful. The video's starting now, so I'm gonna end it. And if for some reason it doesn't pop up here, just go to my profile. It'll be the video that's premiering. Okay, see you there. Bye.